in that process, I accidentally stab him. So typically I would be hiding behind a camera or using some AI voice so I don't have to show myself. But for this one, I realized when I tried to write down my Dare D story, I kept cringing and I could not bring myself to do what I typically do. And so I'm just coming to you as a miniature. I'm assuming I'm on your phone screen, so just assume I'm a little miniature and this is the miniature version that you're getting today. Anyways, for today's story, I'm gonna be doing my own Dare D embarrassing stories. It's just gonna be a little compilation of some stories that have happened to me, and I think I'm ready to tell my story. Okay. Dear D, I was in church, and I'm starting to realize most of these stories happen when I was in church. The church is facing out this way, but the choir seats are facing this way. And so, like, you know, the pastor is like in the front section, like, if that makes sense. Anyways, I, at this time, was in choir, so I'm sitting in the front on the side. And at this time, we were having like a revival, and it was like, if you feel spiritually led, you know, let it happen. Part of me was low-key kind of resisting it, and then I'm feeling the Holy Spirit. Yeah, I'm feeling the light. I'm feeling great. At this time, typically I will not have my eyes closed, but I was just like, just be in the moment. Don't worry about what else is going on around you. Just be in the moment with God. Yeah. So my eyes are closed. I'm weeping. I just thinking about it. Anyways, I'm weeping. Okay, and I'm sniffling, and I'm thinking, okay, you know, like I'm thinking I'm just thinking I'm having my moments. Everyone else is doing their own thing. Nobody's worried about what I'm doing. But I've moved around a little bit, but I'm still in the front. At this time, we get to a point where it kind of dies down, and we stand up. And those of us that have, like, you know, felt the Holy Spirit, the pastor's like, let me pray. The pastor then says, let me pray for you. So we're standing up. My eyes are closed. My eyes are closed. I'm just like, I'm dabbing away my tears, but my eyes are still closed. I'm just, okay. My eyes are closed. I'm sorry, I'll keep repeating it because I'm trying to like delay what happened, okay? So as the pastor is praying for us and we're standing up at this point, my head is down, I'm sniffling, I'm crying. Someone taps me on my shoulder and I'm just like, what's going on? Like, you know, like, what's going on? Why are you tapping me? They have me a tissue and I'm like, oh, take you so I can wipe my tears. Why is it that? And I look like this and then I take tissue from them, only for me to look down and I see this long trail of snot, long continuous piece of snot that, mind you, I'm standing up, so it trailed all the way down to my knees. Okay, it did not touch anything. It was just dangling freely from my nose down to my knees, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, why is this the longest cheese pull? I'm sorry if I ruined cheese for you, but why is this so long? Why me? And mind you, I'm in the front, so like I'm just embarrassed because now anyone who had their eyes open, you've seen this long trail of snot. Okay, so now I'm just like, I take the tissue and I'm just like, scoop, just scooping it up, okay? Because I'm like, why would you embarrass me like this? Why? The whole time I'm sniffling, I'm thinking I'm not dribbling snot because I didn't feel it dribbling on my face. I've given myself some time to recuperate after the snot story. Dear D, embarrassing story number 2. So the story took place when I was in class. I was taking a test, and this happened like when I was in college. So, you know, like the classes can be fairly big, yeah? And the way the walkway was set up was that there was stairs, like just little stairs, because, you know, the classes on an elevated level, so, you know, you can see and stuff. And I was like further back, a little further back. And so I'm done with my exam. Boop, 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 boop. I grab my stuff and I'm ready to take it to the front of the class and turn it in. I'm walking down these steps. It's fine. We're doing fine. I don't know what the muck happened, but I stumble on the last step and I'm trying to catch myself from falling, yeah? And in the process, my professor swoops in because it was on the last step, and he swoops in and catches me before I fall, right? In that process, I accidentally stab him with my pencil that I was holding, and I'm just like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I stabbed his hand because, like I said, he was trying to catch me. So I stabbed him. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And that really got me. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And keep in mind, this is happening in front of the class, and I'm just like, what an embarrassment. But then I turned in my exam. I apologize once more, and then I scurry away because I'm just like, oh gosh. Sorry, y'all. I needed to take a break. I also think back that some of the embarrassing stories that I have like stored in my brain will be going to the grave with me. The ones that I'm telling y'all are bad, but not like extremely bad. The last story that I'm about to tell y'all might be pushing the limits, but yeah, we're gonna push through. We're gonna push through. Dear D, embarrassing story number 3. I was craving boba. I really wanted boba tea. This was day 3 of me trying to get boba tea, but it just did not work out for those other days. And I was adamant on getting that boba tea, okay? So, coincidentally, I had gotten my period. It was unexpected. And I was at work. And I was wearing this dusty pink, and it's like, you know, it's dusty pink overall dress, and it was cute. Loved that dress. Loved it so much. It was a cute dress. I was able to, you know, get the products that I needed to handle what was going on, and I went back to my shift, and there were no problems. For the rest of my shift, there were no problems. I'm driving around, and I'm like, I'm gonna get me some boba. This is gonna be the day I get me some boba. Now, for some context, I was in a very busy city place, yeah? And this was one of those like hidden boba shops, and I was driving around for a hot minute, but I finally found a parking spot. And okay, y'all probably like, why is she giving us all these extra details? But I promise you, it's important, okay? So this, I don't know why I keep doing this. Anyways, this is like the street layout, okay? The boba shop, let's say the boba shop is like right here. I find a parking spot down around this corner, okay? I get out the car and I'm walking. I'm like, okay, it's not that far. I'm walking on the sidewalk. I'm walking to the boba shop. I see a group of guys. I'm like, oh, golly. And they staring and they talking, and I don't know what they talking about, but I feel like they're talking about me. And I'm just like, keep your head down and keep it pushing. I'm walking to the boba shop. Walk. I'm walking past these people. Nobody's saying nothing. I'm like, you know that feeling where, I'm not sure if some of y'all ladies know that feeling, like you feel like there's blood on you, but I'm like, no. I try to like twist my dress to see it, and I'm like, okay, maybe there's nothing. I'm not seeing nothing. Just keep it pushing. Maybe I'm just overthinking things, but nobody's saying nothing to me. But I feel like they're talking about me, and maybe I was just a little too over conscious in my head. But I make it to the boba shop. It's in this little hidden spot. I go into this random building, and I'm like, it's a little suspicious, but I go in there. I don't know. Keep it pushing. I just want my boba. I get into the shop. There's a couple that was already previously in the shop, a man and a woman. They're sitting down, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm supposed to put in my order, because it was weird. It's like, you're not supposed to go up to the window. You're supposed to like get the QR code, and then you order from the QR code, and then that's how you put in your order from your phone. And I was just like, that's a weird setup, but I don't care. I want the boba. So I hear the woman, like, I feel her looking at me, but I don't know why she's looking at me, and she don't tell me jack squillily dot, okay? She didn't say nothing to me. It's not like I'm trying to be mean. I try to be polite and I don't try to cause problems. She's sitting down, so like and I'm just thinking like in my head, like, okay, if there's period blood on behind me, maybe she'll say something, you know, girls unite. She doesn't say anything to me the whole time while I'm standing there trying to figure out how to put the damn order in. Another man walks in. Was the one that told me. And keep in mind, there was a woman who was working at the counter as well. But anyways, that's besides the point. He was the one that told me, you bled through. And I'm just like, no. But even though he tried to say it quietly, the woman at the counter hears, and I'm baffled, the shocked look on my face, and she's looking at me like, and the woman who's there prior to, I'm just mortified, and I'm just like, I have nothing to cover myself. As I run back to my car, I try to like use my purse to like cover my behind. I'm speed walking. I'm just like, need to go. Forget the order. I haven't even paid yet. Forget the order. I'm gone. Okay. As I'm walking, my God, sorry, just cut the camera. Okay. As I'm walking back, yeah, there is a man coming from this direction. My car is somewhere in the middle. Yeah, he's coming from this direction, and he's trying to shoot his shot. He's like, hey, beautiful, boop, 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 boop. I'm just like, sorry, I'm not interested. Please leave me be. I can't deal with this right now. And he's like, you know, he's just, we can't be friends, boop, boop, boop. And then I get to my car. I finally get to my car. And then he sees me from behind, because he's still going this way. Even though he's talking, he's still going this way. And he's like, oh, little mama, you got a little something on your back. And I'm just like, I know. And I'm just like, where are my keys? Why is the door not opening? Why is the car not opening? And he's just like, it's okay. I'ma still love you, even though, because it's all natural. I'ma love you. I'ma still love you. You're still beautiful. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, Lord, help me. And in the process of me still fumbling with my car to open the damn door, mind you, I have to like, you know, get to the roadside. Like, as I'm trying to like open the door, someone drives by and starts honking at me. I need to leave the vicinity. I need to run away. I need to be swallowed up by the ground, because I cannot do this right now. And then I just can't. All I knew was I was in a daze. No music, no thoughts. At this point, I was just like, you know what? It wasn't meant to be. Boba has turned into a curse, okay? Because at this point, I think I've taken the sign by now that it wasn't meant for me to have boba. I'm just gonna go home and cry and order some Sonic, and yeah, we're gonna keep pushing. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for partaking. If y'all have some stories that you would love for me to tell on this channel, let me know, so we can cringe together, laugh together, cry together. Let's just bond over our trauma. And yeah, love you. See you next time.